Welcome, friends, to the Monday Manifest. It's Hand 56 here for another edition of the Monday Manifest. Although by the time I actually get this uploaded and everything, it'll probably be not Monday anymore. It'll probably be like early Tuesday morning. Well, for a lot of people it's already not Monday, but yeah. I had a lot to do today, and so I kind of fucked up and didn't get this done earlier. But it's fine cuz it's getting done now. And actually, I'm going on vacation starting tomorrow, so there will be another Monday Manifest for the following Monday. I'm just gonna record it probably like 15 minutes after I finish recording this one, so I can figure out exactly what I'm gonna talk about. Because I don't actually know. I know what I'm talking about in this one, but I don't know what I'm talking about in the next one. So I'll figure it out. I'll get it recorded and edited, and just while I'm away, I'm going to upload it on the next Monday. So that one will definitely be on time because there's no literally all I have to do is upload it. I won't have to record it or anything because it'll already be done. Anyway, that's enough about that because you guys probably don't really care that much about that, or if you do, now you know. But yeah, today's Monday Manifest is about communication. I don't know why I always do that whenever I say words. But yeah, just so you know, why did I say just so you know? I don't it's well, I'm bad at communication. In the way, well, okay, I shouldn't say it that way. Because the way I'm talking about communication isn't specifically communicating by just talking to everyone. That kind of communication I'm really bad at. Even if it's someone I'm really cool with, like sometimes I won't talk to them for weeks just because I don't think of things to say and stuff like that. But generally, with people like that, you can start up a conversation whenever, and it's like no time had passed since the last time you talked. So that's a little bit different. The kind of communication I'm thinking about here is more constructive communication. Stuff like it has to do more with problem solving type of communication, which is an issue I've run into a lot in the past. I don't know why. I mean, maybe I feel like I'm a fairly approachable person. I don't think I'm especially scary. I mean, I know on stream I curse and rage a lot, and I say things and stuff like that, but that's on stream. That's generally in the heat of the moment in a game or something like that. Like overall in life, I really don't. I'm not that crazy. I mean, I guess I am, because what I am on stream is the exact same I am everywhere else. It's just that's the one time I actually curse about everything and anything, and yeah, it's just where I can kind of be myself, I guess. But yeah, problem solving, because the issue I've had with people in the past is and look, I know I'm not perfect. I'm not going to say I'm a horrible person, because I don't think I am. If I am a horrible person, you can let me know in the comments below. But basically, I've had issues where people have a problem with something I've said or did or something, but they never actually confront me about it. They never say anything about it. They just kind of either they just cut off communications, or other things happen, or things get spread around, and I'm just kind of like, look, I don't really like drama. I don't. Well, I'm not gonna say that everybody doesn't like drama because there's plenty of people that love drama, which is annoying because why? Like it's extra work, it's extra shit to have to deal with, to have to work around and all that. So I don't very much enjoy it. But sometimes I get dragged into it anyway because people don't communicate with me or with other people involved. Instead, they just kind of like go into a shell, or just don't, like, they never bring it up with me, and then I never know. And honestly, that was an issue I had with my ex. Oh, it's been a while, but it's a communication thing where it's like, if I don't know what's up or what's wrong, and you never tell me, and you just keep like kind of not saying anything, or just getting pissed, like, or letting it get to like a boiling point before anything happens, then yeah, obviously I'm not gonna know. Like, I'm pretty bad at picking up signals, like, unless they're fairly obvious. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm like dumb. It's just like, if you're not open about how you feel about things, then I won't know. And that's another thing. It's I guess part of that has to do with like boundaries and stuff like that, because it's one of those things where you need to communicate, with someone right off the bat what's cool and what's not cool, pretty much. Because otherwise nobody's going to know what anybody's boundaries are. Nobody's going to know any of that. So you can't really get mad at someone for doing something when they have no idea if that's something that's an issue, Like, there's a difference between genuinely not knowing something and feigning ignorance. Now, like, being ignorant of something because you just like don't care about the facts and stuff like that. That's really bad. That's shitty. But genuinely not knowing, I mean, life is about learning things. It's about expanding your horizons and all that. So there's plenty of things that people don't know about and they're afraid to even ask about things like that. But honestly, like, if you're doing it for the sake of learning, it's much better than just ignoring the problem and just making things worse, basically. I hope that made sense. It kind of made sense to me. But basically, you can't get mad at someone for something that they did not know about. That if they did not have any previous knowledge about it, if they had no way of knowing, then yeah. And especially, like, if something is wrong, let that person know. Because I've talked to a lot of my friends, and I mean, I have some insecurities about things and anxieties about things, like whether or not like people want to talk all that much to me and stuff like that. Like, but I've already gone over it with my friends like hundreds of times, so I've kind of got it hammered into my head where it's one of those things where if I ever say anything that's wrong, or if they just don't want to talk, they will let you know. Like, and that's what you have to kind of rely on, is people actually communicating these things to you. Granted, like I said, not everybody does that, but for the most part, like, if you're talking to people you care about and stuff like that, they're generally going to give you a good sign if something's up, which is good, which is what more people need. And that's a lot of the issues in today's society, is a lot of people just get annoyed and just shut people out as soon as they hear something they don't like, which isn't good, because then you could be missing out on a lot of things, or there might be something else behind it, you know? But a lot of people just immediately deafen themselves to everything around them, it's never good. Like, you need to be aware of everything going on around you. Like, life has a lot of crazy shit going on, and you need to be aware of it, pretty much. So, like, that's the big thing. And this topic cropped up because I had an issue with a friend recently. I mean, I don't even know, like, if we're friends anymore or what. I don't know. Like, one of those things where just out of the blue, of course, I'm not going to name any names, but we're friends on Twitch, and then all of a sudden I was blocked from this person's channel, and I'm just like, okay. So I got with them on another form of media, and I'm like, hey, did something happen? Did I do something? I don't know. And then they never communicated back with me, and I was just like, well, at that point, I just was like, I'm just not going to let it bother me, because if you let stuff like that bother you, then, oh man, then it's just going to eat at you, and it's not, like, we already have enough stresses every day, like, to last us the rest of our life, literally, because life is stressful. There's a lot going on. So holding stuff like that isn't really going to help at all. It's just going to make things worse. So once I tried to communicate and I got nothing back, I was just like, okay, whatever. I mean, if it's the other thing is, if it's not important enough to the other person for them to give you the time of day, or at least give you an answer, then it probably shouldn't be important to you either. Because if they don't care enough about that, then you probably just don't need to worry about them. Like, that sounds shitty, but we meet so many people in our everyday life. We can't possibly keep up with all of them, you know. And that actually brings me to the second part of the topic. I mean, obviously it's still communication, but another thing that kind of gets me, that a lot of streamers get, like, not so much me. I mean, well, sometimes, but it doesn't make any sense. I don't have a huge following. I don't have a ton of people, you know, constantly wanting my attention and stuff like that. But a lot of bigger streamers, they'll get shit from people because they don't respond to every single message that shows up on their Twitch feed, or they don't respond to everything on Twitter or other social medias. And it's like, we're humans. There's only so much we can do. There's only so much interaction we can process in a given day. Like, some people are crazy and can somehow like keep up with all of that, but not everybody can. And it's something that everybody needs to be aware of. It's like streamers, like celebrities. I've said this before. In the popularity Monday Manifest, is that all of these people are still just people. Just some of them may have different amounts of money than you or different jobs and stuff like that, but they are still people. Like it's like somebody expecting some big name actor to like respond to every single letter they send or something like that. And honestly, they most likely have people to respond to that kind of stuff, but even then, not everything gets responded to because it's impossible. Like, so you have to make sure that you understand, like, we can only do so much. And, you know, like, generally outside of stream and stuff like that, if people message me or anything, I try to make time for them, you know? I try to talk to them about whatever. But another thing, and this is a big issue with a lot of people because they don't seem to understand it, but basically, streamers, like, unless a streamer is legit actually trained in it, which most of them probably don't want to pull out these kind of skill sets on stream because that's just like, because like I said, it's impossible to deal with everyone. Is streamers are not therapists. We are here to entertain, to have fun ourselves, to do a lot of things. Like, we're there to chat. If you've had a bad day, like, we're there to kind of try to help to make things better. I mean, YouTube's kind of the same way as well, I'd say, because a lot of people make a lot of different content that people enjoy, you know, where they can go home and relax and just, you know, digest, pretty much. Like, get through the stresses of the day with something else. But the thing is, like, we can't solve all your problems. That's the thing. Like, we're there to help, like, alleviate stress and stuff like that. But if there are deeper issues, you can't expect us to be able to just magically fix it. Because, like I said, most of us are not professionals in that field anyway. And it's foolhardy to rely on us for that kind of advice or that kind of just that kind of fix, because we can't do that. That is why there are therapists and stuff everywhere. And I know one of the biggest things that people say is that, like, their doctors don't listen to them and stuff. And in some cases you might be right, but that's why there's so many different, you know, therapists and stuff out there. Like, it's something where if one doesn't work, then try another one. And I know it sounds like a pain in the ass, but it's definitely more worth your while than trying to get a streamer friend to, like, help you out with it. Because, like I said, like, we can give you, you know, minor life advice and stuff like that, but we can't diagnose or we can't help fix problems, you know? All in all, we are there to help out when we can, to make people smile, stuff like that, but we can't fix problems like that. Like, we cannot fix deep-rooted problems, you know? So that's just another thing to keep in mind, communication-wise. So, like, don't get mad at a streamer if they can't respond to everything, or if you, like, DM them through Twitter, Discord, Instagram, what all. Like, don't expect them to respond back 100% of the time, or even at all, depending on how many people they already have, like, talking to them. Like, it's just, you know, it may sound shitty to some people, but they just do not have the time in the day to deal with that. Because a lot of the people that I know that are streamers also have full-time jobs and stuff like that. Like, this is more of something to hang out, to do for fun, you know, a few days a week and all of that. Like, they still have a lot of their own problems to deal with. So, you know, we still have a hard enough time doing our own life, living our own life, doing all that stuff. You know, having somebody else's problems on top of that won't help us. And maybe that sounds selfish, but that's just, like, that's the big thing, is we can't shoulder everybody's burdens if we already have burdens of our own. Like, and we have friends and stuff that we'll talk to, and there might be, like, some exceptions to the rule and stuff, depending on how close you are with people and all that. But for the most part, you can't just expect a streamer to fix things. Like, you just can't. You can't expect any entertainer to be able to just make everything all better. if you have like a real problem. So yeah, that's the other thing. And never, never ever feel like you are entitled to someone's time and or attention, because in all honesty, you really aren't, because they're the ones who decide who in their lives get the most of their attention and everything. So it's just one of those things where you just have to realize, we'll be friends with you, we'll chat with you and all of that, and we'll give like advice if you need advice for stuff, but we can't fix things, and we can't be there 100% of the time, because we have our own lives to live. We are people too. So yeah. So communication, and yeah. And that's just really a thing. Like, even God, I don't understand people who can keep up with like hundreds of people at a time. I have a few hundred friends on Facebook, which in the scheme of things means nothing anyway. It's mostly people I've met like throughout my life, but I still don't talk to those people every day, because I just can't. Like, shit, I probably don't talk closely more than maybe like 7 or 8 people a day, and even that, can be a lot if it's a constant back and forth. So just remember that, like, not everybody has all the time in the world to answer everything, basically. We'll do our best to like talk to people and stuff like that. If we're in stream and chat's moving really fast, we might miss stuff. That doesn't mean that we're ignoring you. It just means that there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stimuli, especially if we're playing a game we're really invested into. As much as we try to keep up with chat, we might just not be able to. So, and I know even my chat, when it's not moving that fast, if people have like the same color name, sometimes I skip over them, because I just kind of, in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's just this person saying this, and that's just how it goes. So yeah, that was today's Monday Manifest on communication. Basically, just get down to the nitty gritty. If you talk with someone, always set some kind of boundaries, and also make sure, if you ever have an issue with anything they say, let them know. If something happens, let them know, because the two of you are communicating, and if something gets away in the communication, it's best to work it out right away, or figure out what's going on, because just shutting down or just like blocking them out it's not going to solve anything, really. I mean, I guess it'll solve stuff if you just don't want to talk to them again, but honestly, working things out is the better way to do things. And even if you break things off with someone, at least try to do it like peacefully, so it's like, okay, well, mutual, I guess we won't do this anymore, that's it, because it's better to leave on good terms than bad terms anytime, to be honest. And then also just remember that as much as we enjoy entertaining and talking with people and all that, we do not have the time. We don't have the time or the attention span to deal with everyone, because that is asking way too damn much. And also, never feel like you are entitled to more of a streamer's time just because you talk to them. Like I said, that is decided by the streamer themselves. Like, if you guys build a stronger relationship or something, then yeah, I mean, I could see you wanting to talk with them more and stuff like that, but never think that you are the like biggest priority in someone's life just because you like hang out and chat and stuff like that, because we have a lot of things going on that we don't talk about on stream, because there's no point in doing it. We're not hiding things. It's just most personal life issues and stuff like that we don't bring up on stream, because it's not, fun. Like, it's better for us to focus on like the games and the chat, so everybody has fun. But yeah, anyway, if you guys have anything else you'd like to add to this, just comment below and let me know. I mean, I would say comment what you want the next Monday Manifest to be, but obviously I'm already going to be brainstorming one to make, since I'll have to make it in about 10 more minutes and then just edit it and have it ready to go for next Monday. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Monday Manifest, and I will see you guys next week. You have a fantastic Monday night or Tuesday night, depending on when you watch this. Just a fantastic time of day. But I'll catch you guys later.